Sudanese Spark. Sudanese Sparks is a podcast by the Sudanese National Academy of Sciences, SNAS. Today, our guest is Dr. Doha Abuobaida. Dr. Duha is a Sudanese community medicine physician. She graduated from the University of Medical Sciences and Technology in 2011 with the first degree. And this year, she got her Sudan Medical Specialization Board in Community Medicine and was awarded the prize for the best academic performance for MD in Community Medicine. She's also selected this year to receive the Swiss TPH Scholarship. She worked for different entities during her career lifetime, including the WHO as a temporary advisor for the Tailoring Antimicrobial Resistance Program, TAP. She worked also for the Federal Ministry of Health in Sudan during under a lot of different departments. She worked for the Sudanese National Academy of Sciences, Maharat Medical Training Center, among other entities. Currently, Dr. Duha is the Social Accountability and Engagement Coordinator of North Darfur for GOAL organization. It's an international humanitarian response agency. And let's welcome our guest today, Dr. Duha. You're welcome.
Thank you so much, Rania. Thank you so much.
Okay. So can we go on to chat with you today? Can you tell us more about why did you choose community medicine for a starter as a specialization?
Okay, tamam. Actually, my passion with the community medicine started early on during the undergraduate school. So I was so much interested in research and biostatistics. So even in the second year of the medical school, I got the highest degree in biostatistics. After the graduation, I got the prize for the best thesis for the fifth year. So then I knew that I'm much interested in the research and in the public health. However, that was not clear the link for me between the practice, the clinical practice, the public health, and the research. So then from then, I started just looking around, asking my senior colleagues the link between the clinical and the research. So then many of them they have guided me to they have to go and go to the public health and then the community medicine. I'm interested in the research on the public health. Yes, we had a subject in the fourth year of community medicine. At that time, it was a major subject. You have to pass it in order to go to the next year. So then I had my master's degree in public and tropical health. During the first year of the program, I was so much interested and I found, yes, this is what I'm looking for. And I didn't know the exact name of what I'm looking for and my interest. And apparently it was the public health. So from there, I was 100% sure this is my career. I'm not going to go anymore for any clinical work because the public health, you can see the whole health system. And you can, of course, the foundation for the public health, you have to have a very good background on research. And this is my primary interest. Then, okay, this is me, this is my career, and this is what I'm going to pursue as my career in the future. So yes, from there, my journey started with the public health and the community medicine. Yes, after that, of course, I had my internship, my national service. We worked like the shift. It was very long shift, 24 hours, even sometimes the shift, and we see lots of patients, we treat patients, but at the end, have a huge help. You can support, let's say, 200, 300 patients per day. But then, 1 week, 2 weeks ago, you can have the same patients coming with the same presentation, because especially in the communicable disease. So instead, you can see you're doing your best. You're investing in supporting the patient, but then we have again presenting again with the same scenarios. So then I said, no, this is not cost effective. So I need to support more number of patients. So I have to have a holistic approach for this. And then the public health, I can see this clear in the public health. For me, it's cost effective. The cost is not just money, because you have your effort and the amount or the kind of support you can give. So by working, for instance, in an institution, in the public health, you can come up with discovery, with new policy, with guidelines that can support instead of managing one area patient, you can update the guideline and helping and supporting the whole population of the country. So it said, no, this is for me what I'm looking for, and this is my career. Alhamdulillah, I went for that.
Yeah, that's a great one, because all the time I think I kept thinking that we really need community medicine practitioners, proper ones, a lot of well trained community medicine practitioners in Sudan. Because Sudan, as you know, is full of infectious diseases, communicable diseases, non communicable diseases as well. And we need lots and lots of policies, regulations, control, quality control, et cetera, et cetera. So yeah, I'm really happy that you had actually decided to join this force. So if I may ask you, because in the other generations, I mean older generations, they didn't like to go into this specialization. So what is the one myth about your specialization you want to debunk for the new generation?
I think it's the same till now.
Yeah,
People, they don't like go to the community
really.
medicine.
Yeah.
That's
Mhm.
unfortunately. The one who, yeah, you will find some people that are interested, but in the public health rather than specialize specifically in the community medicine.
Okay.
But I think, as you mentioned, our Sudan, it's burdened with the communicable and non-communicable diseases, and don't forget we have limited resources. So we have to use that efficiently with this minimum resources, and we have, on the other hand, we have lots of diseases we have to fight. So this balance, I think clinician cannot cannot fight by themselves for this strong battle. So we need, instead of just focusing on the curative medicine, we have to focus on the preventive medicine, which is cost effective.
Definitely.
I think this is the most strategic approach we can do. And for sure, definitely we need community physicians, and of course we have community physicians by themselves. They uh, cannot take this by themselves. We need also public health practitioners. We have public health specialists from all disciplines, medical and non-medical disciplines. They can join also in that with the leads. But for me, I can see the community physicians as the maestro of the health system.
Yeah.
They have the full approach. They can be on board and then leading all the other things: security, preventive, environmental, etc. So yes, we need them, and even they are decision makers on the highest level in the country. They can even change the whole policy or regulations at country level. So they're very powerful if they are well trained and they really
Yeah.
come on board
Totally
with
agree. Yeah.
all the capacities, and the permissions they should ideally have.
Yeah.
They can apply for funds, bringing funds. For instance, now we have the support from global fund almost more than $250, 200 billion dollars every
Mhm.
3 years. So this is by support from the public health specialists and community physicians. So this is now leveraging lots of financial burden from the country. So we secure now funds from outside to support the health in the country. And this is just one example. So definitely, it's a very interesting. I For me, definitely, I will encourage all the new generations to join this very interesting career. But really, really, my advice, and really, I hope they really join because they're really interesting, and they really want to make change, rather than just because joining because it's a gate for the NGOs, and you have to travel and etc. and going
It's
for
a demanding one.
conferences
Yeah.
and hiring fans. It's a very demanding if you really
Yes.
want to make a change.
Yeah, I agree with you. Yeah,
You have to
definitely.
go to the field, understand the context, sitting on the ground in the community, sharing their daily lives, understanding their concerns and their different behaviors, cultures, And then after that, you have to analyze and come up with tailored interventions that suit them. So basically, public health, as I mentioned, it's a very interesting and demanding career. You have to join, you have to understand the community, you have to actively engage with the community to understand the different attitudes, behavior, patterns, in order to come up with sales intervention that is highly acceptable. And then this is going to make a change, but this is going to, I think, affect or change the situation, or, for instance, decrease the prevalence, or changing their self-seeking behavior in a very positive way. But if you just kept sitting in the offices or just it's a paperwork for this part, that doesn't mean it's not important. It is important, but you will learn and you will make the real change at the community level and the field level. So it's a
Yeah.
demanding, interesting.
I understand now that you have been traveling a lot, right? Am I
Yes.
correct?
Yes.
So, what were their failures? I know because I'm also a practitioner. I'm not a physician. I'm a population geneticist. I'm a scientist.
Mm.
But I know there were failures, there were rejections that made me more persistent, if you can say so. So, have you been through some great failures that made you more persistent and you learned from them and moved forward? Were there moments like these in your career or during your career?
Uh, yes, I think yes. The first failure I think in my career I've been through is when I failed during my exams in the undergraduates.
Mm,
And
tough one.
interesting that I failed, yes.
Yeah. Okay.
So I even failed in my exams for research methodology and biostatistics subject. And this I think was some attendance issues. So
Mm,
mistakenly, they just depart me from attending the exam. And I know my career, all my performance and the test, and I was explaining even to my friends the principles of research. But unfortunately, it comes to the final exam, I got departed. So this is my first failure ever to fail in
but
subject.
then now I can see in
Uh,
your knowledge and your profile in your CV that you're a statistician, basically. You're using a lot of statistical tools. Maybe that was why you had um, proceed to know more, right? About
yes, yes,
statistics in
that was
physics.
very bitter, but I know this is my passion, so there is no way,
Yeah.
even if accidentally or mistakenly they departed me, but I know I have a good knowledge and I even could compete for that. Uh, so yes, I then sat for supplementary exam. I think I did very well. I scored very high mark.
Mm.
The other thing, and also when I applied in a different positions, and I remember even one of the interviewers. So I said, I think your profile is not that much, and you cannot compete at all, and you need even to work more. I said, okay, Tamam, but for me, I believe I have a good knowledge, I have good experience, and I even compete internationally. Uh, 3 or 4 months, I think I secured a very good job in another way. So I know that was very discouraging to hear from someone that have very weak, very weak CV and you cannot compete. And then after just 4 months, I secured this job. So this was very strong positivity for me that never, never, never regret and never give up. Yes, you can. You have just to work. Focus on your work and build your capacity. Definitely, you will be work. You will reach wherever you want to go.
Yeah, totally agree. So, looking forward into the future, where do you see yourself personally or in your career in the next, say, 10 years, maybe?
Okay. Honestly, I'm seeing myself as a real public health leaders or in a different. So now my area is more focusing on health system management. I'm seeing myself as a leader in that area, in the public health specialist with the focus on health system management, because I think the management is one of our weakest area in Sudan. Yes, we have the human resources, we have the financial resources, even internally also we can secure it from outside. But the governance and the management, this is our weakest area. So definitely, inshallah, I'll be there. I will be a leader there. Uh, nationally and internationally. So supporting the national the health system, the national health system, and internationally to bring the collaboration, support the country with opportunities, with funds, mutual exchange of knowledge, experiences. So this is my aim, inshallah, inshallah.
I hope you reach there, and I hope to see you in the positions you're dreaming about in the near future, actually. So, if one of the young generations, I mean, a freshly graduate freshman, wanted to like pursue a career similar to you, so which advices or what advice will you give them?
Okay. So my advice is to give the maximum to your work. If he want to practice the clinical practice or he wants to go to the public health. If he's going for instance for the internship, my advice is to go for the most crowded hospitals to gain the knowledge. And if you want to pursue the public health, my advice is to join the Federal Ministry of Health or in general the Ministry of Health because this is where you're going to learn rather than going in a very like small institution. Yes, of course, we know the struggles in the Ministry of Health, but the best place to learn is to go to the Ministry of Health, and after time it will pay off definitely. So
So,
never try
mm,
to go around the world. Just go work, and then after time your work is going to talk about you.
the payout, yeah, definitely. I totally agree with that. Normally, we have people who had influenced us to move forward, mentors, parents, grandparents, or historical, I mean, persona or whatever. So, do you have three? Can you mention three who have influenced you the most? Maybe during your childhood or adulthood, or while you're pursuing your dreams and working?
Yes, I think the first one is Dr. Khalifa al-Musharraf.
Mm,
He was my teacher in the undergraduate school, and at the same time, uh, he was my co-supervisor. So he's the one who guided me to the public health while I'm questioning how I can link between the research and my career. So he was giving me advice on how to reach there, and then like holding the stick from the middle. So he's the one I think he put me on the right track. And he's now I think he's a very eminent researcher based in Ireland. So I think without, of course, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala and his guidance, I don't think I would be in this position now. So thank you so much for featuring me, Dr. Khalifa al-Musharraf. Also, Dr. Hanan al-Tahir, I think he was the director of the postgraduate studies in Sudan, in University of Medical Science and Technology postgraduate school. She was a very, very professional lady. When I joined the master degree, she was the director. That lady, she has a blend of professionalism and at the same time she's very supportive to the students. So it showed me how I behave in a very professional way. At the same time, being very supportive to your colleagues and your students. Being professional doesn't mean that you have to be very rude and very strict. So
very
thank
good
you so much.
advice.
This is one of so it's very important for me. It's one of the main skills I gained from Dr. Hanan al-Tahir. Also, I have Dr. Prophet Fatih Malik. Prophet Fatih Malik, I work for in the Federal Ministry of Health in the National Malaria Control Program. Uh, this showed me the real example of how to be a professor at the same time being very humble with your team and the teamwork. So although he has, we consider him as the malaria expert in the country, he's an international figure, but at the same time, when we see the way he's treating him and his students and how he simplified the information, and if he's very approachable, if you need any support, you will find him. So again, you see, it's not just about, for them, it's not knowledge. This is what we need in our career. You have to focus on the skills really and the human aspects because this is how we can proceed in this life and even in our career. So for him, I found the knowledge and I found the attitude and I found the guidance. from Professor Fatih Malik, and also he was my supervisor in my MD thesis. So I found all the support you can ever imagine from Dr. Fatih Malik.
Okay, that's
Also, I
really
have, of
brilliant.
course, I will never forget Professor Saad Suleiman.
Okay.
Professor Saad, although we've met once, from the first time we met, she was very supportive. I think if she believes in you, she would support you to the maximum. And you cannot imagine the support she can provide to you. Professor Saad, she tried to support me on the all levels, and professionally and even personally. And she never delayed for providing support whenever I needed her support. She's always available. Uh, so yes, and again, this is showed me that since you found the support, you have always to provide the support to anyone who needs to approach you. And even if you believe in someone who can, and you have the opportunity to support him, never regret from providing your support. Because the best investment you can give to anyone is to invest in a human being and in the human resource. This is the best you can do in the whole country or the whole planet, if you can say.
Yeah, I totally agree. Out of the four you've mentioned, I know Professor Suad very well. She's my mentor as well. And as you mentioned, she's very supportive. She's extremely supportive. And you feel like she's your friend. She's not
Exactly.
that, I mean, distant person.
Yes,
Yeah. Uh,
exactly.
if you are one of her mentees, then that's it. You have reached
Yes,
the sky and back again. So I'm
exactly.
going to, yeah, we agree on that. Yes, definitely. Prof. Saad is one of the best. So to finish our interview today, I'm just gonna ask you, um, how do you want to make a difference in the world? How do you want to leave? I mean, your legacy. What's your legacy? What do you want to do? I know you've talked about what you're seeing in the 10 or the years ahead or a decade ahead, but I want to know ultimately what is the difference you want to make in the world, not just in Sudan or the Ministry of Health.
I think you have to believe in people around you. This is, for me, this is the most important thing. And to believe in someone, at least you have to provide all the support and to invest in that. Definitely, we're not going to live forever, and someone has to come. Some people have to leave, and we will come, and we will leave. Someone other has to come. So just to maintain this, um, it's a life. This is the life, but at least you have to create some competent professional people to take the lead to guarantee the sustainability. So I think the best thing, and inshallah, this will be one of my main focus wherever I go, is to invest in the human resources. Investing by giving them the opportunities, creating for them the training, the position, and the mentorship, or whatever they need. If they need, if you have the chance to provide the support, this will be the best. Yes, it might need sometimes it might need even money for that, but at the end it will pay off, and it's cost effective to invest in the human resource. So this is my belief, and this is my area. Wherever I found the chance, even on my small scale now, I always provide the support to my colleagues, to the juniors, even to my sisters in the house. So this is uh, what is going to make a real change by creating a good rosters of well-trained professionals that competent with high self-esteem for human resource.
Yeah, that's a very good investment, actually. And by this thought, I will finish today's episode. This is Rania Balila. Duha Abuobaida was our guest today. And thank you very much for listening today. See you next time. Bye.
Thank you. Bye.